Hello folks, I wanted to make this video to give you a bit of information here. Something big is going to be happening. In regard to currencies, they're going to be getting rid of Legendary Shards. Can you believe it? My goodness, how many have I got? I've got quite a few. Yes, I've got 5,914 of them. And I bet you guys have got loads more out there. Yeah, they're completely going. Now, they've released the TWAB just now about why they're doing it. So they say, as many Destiny 2 players already know, Legendary Shards have long been an unstable part of the economy in Destiny 2. Some players have more than they would ever be able to spend, while others struggle to earn enough to engage with the systems that require shards as a cost. This often made it hard to find Legendary Shard costs that would feel impactful to players, while also ensuring that the content that did require Legendary Shards could be enjoyed by all, no matter how long or how much they play. So, and they also say as well the loopholes that we've exploited in the past, which means that there is, some people have loads of Legendary Shards and others have hardly any at all. So, as much as we know how bad it feels to have currencies that you have amassed over a long period of time wiped away, please know that we don't make the decision to remove them lightly, and we truly believe the removal is in the best interest of both the game and the players. As you'll see below, we're doing our best to ensure that the removal of Legendary Shards is not a point of pain. So, what's going to be happening then? Now, they're calling it Season of the Goodbye, which is quite entertaining, and the path to a world without Legendary Shards starts next season, Season 23. The first thing we will do is remove all Legendary Shard costs from the Monument to Lost Lights. That's interesting. Glimmer, Exotic, Siphon, Spoils of Conquest will remain the same, with only the Legendary Shard cost changing. This should help new and returning players unlock weapons they may have missed more easily than ever before. Okay, well that's good, that's good. Secondly, we turned our eye towards ritual gear focusing, fully removing Legendary Shards from there as well. So in Season 23 again, non-adept focusing will cost ritual engrams and glimmer only. Focusing adept weapons will still require 7 wins in the trial passages or a nightfall. So you can see the new costs here. So standard ritual pool weapons, it's going to cost Vanguard engrams. It's going to cost 3 engrams now and 5,000 glimmer. Standard ritual pool armor is going to cost 3 engrams and 5,000 glimmer, so no Legendary Shards there. And legacy weapons, 5 engrams and 15,000 glimmer. And legacy armor is going to be 5 and 15,000 again, so 5 engrams and 15,000. Iron banner weapons are going to be 5 engrams and 25,000. Nightfall weapons, so they're going to be 5 and 25,000. So Nightfall weapons, these are these here. So 5 and 25,000. So it looks like we're getting, it's going to cost more in engrams than in Legendary Shards. That's where the engrams are going to be becoming much more important, because I do tend, have you noticed, but your engram amount is really going up there. The Adept Nightfall weapons are going to be 1 engram, 50,000 glimmers, the same, and 10 Nightfall ciphers. So just the Legendary Shards are being removed from those. That's interesting. Trial weapons is 5 engrams and 25,000 glimmer, and Adept Trials weapons is 1 engram, 50,000 glimmer, and a 7 win in the passages as well. Very interesting. So it looks like that engrams are going to be becoming far more important then. Then they also go on to say, with the release of the final shape, Legendary Shards will no longer be in Destiny 2. So that's when they go in completely. We'll be removing all remaining Legendary Shard sources and costs from the game, which includes collections, trial passages, rituals, vendor purchases, and many more. And to be totally clear, we will not be offering a currency exchange for stockpiled Legendary Shards. That's really important. So start spending them, folks, because you ain't getting nothing for them in return. But the goal in removing Legendary Shards is to make Destiny 2 a more approachable and fair experience for all players. This is why we are not raising glimmer prices for items or adding replacement costs to things that previously needed Legendary Shards. Although they do say they're not raising glimmer prices, but they are raising glimmer prices if we go and look at what they've just said. Look, because we've just seen the comparisons there. The legacy weapons are 15,000 and the legacy armor is 15,000. But let's have a look at that. The legacy gears, there's only 5,000 at the moment. And the legacy weapons there, they're 5,000 as well. So they are actually going up, it seems to be. It's definitely going up in glimmer. Definitely. Nightfall weapons, though, they're still 25,000. And they're only 10,000 at the moment. So yeah, so there's a bit of a There's a bit of a conflict in information there, unless, of course, I'm reading it wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am. And then they go on to talk about the dismantling rewards. So, dismantling legendary exotic gear has long been the primary method of acquiring legendary shards, and with their removal, we want to ensure that dismantling gear still feels like it gives players something back. So, the gear type, let's have a look. We've got the rarity. So, a general... you'll get 75 glimmers. That's for a blue, I suppose. Armor legendary is 1,000 glimmer. You might get a chance at an enhancement core, and there's a 25% chance at a secondary reward drop as well, which I assume might be another enhancement core or more glimmer. And 10 gunsmith reputation. So there go the legendary shards there. Armor, exotic armor is 2,000 glimmer, and then you'll get an enhancement core, 60% chance reward of a drop chance there, and your gunsmith reputation is 20. And then look, we've got ghosts here. Legendaries are 1,000 glimmer and exotics are 1,500 glimmer. Legendary weapons, 1,000 glimmer back, an enhancement core, 25% chance of a secondary, and 10 points to Banshee's reputation. And then exotic weapons are 2,000 glimmer, enhancement core again, 60% chance of an extra reward, and 20 points for Banshee's reputation too. But they do say there, look, actual values and drop chances are subject to change prior to launch, so they're still working on the economy by the sounds of things. You may also notice that ships and sparrows are not listed above because we plan to remove the cost to pull those items from collections to allow players to freely change up their style when they please without worrying about spending anything. But in doing so, we need to also remove their dismantle rewards, which is fair enough, I suppose. And then one other thing which is incredibly interesting, and this is something that I'm really interested in, Joe Blackburn has mentioned in the final shape we'll see everyone's favourite Jovian Zur receive a bit of an update. We're not ready to pull back the curtain on all of that quite yet, just to know with the removal of legendary shards, Zur will be looking for some alternative forms of payments for his wares. So it looks like Zur's going to be gearing up to be something a bit more interesting, and he's going to have some of his own unique currencies, perhaps strange coins. Well, what do you think about that? Well, this is going to upset some people because people have farmed hundreds of thousands, okay, tens of thousands of legendary shards. I mean, even I've got 5,900. And I've got so many of them now, even with 5,900, that I've just completely ignored them practically. I don't worry about them at all. So they have become obsolete in lots of ways. And if new players are finding them a barrier to getting stuff, then isn't that best that they get rid of it? It probably is best that they get rid of it, because the future is here, as they say, and we got to keep on looking ahead. And the game is changing, and they don't really have a place anymore. For older players, not old as in age, isn't it? You've been playing it for such a long time. I can see how it might cheese you off to lose it all, but they have given us quite a bit of sort of warning here. We've got 6 months, have we? Something like that. Where are we? Yeah, September. So yeah, it's not, you know, it's got quite a bit of time to be able to spend it, but that's quite a surprise. I did not expect Legendary Shards to be going. The game is going to get even more simplified, and I actually think that's a pretty good thing. And it does look like engrams will suddenly become a bit more important as well. Let me know in the comments what you think about this bombshell. I think, on the whole, it's good, because too many currencies are just a bit of a pain in the bum, really, to keep track of. But there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just thought I'd let you know. Thank you so much for watching. Sausage Hurt.